Okay, so here's the thing. I am a die-hard fan of Star Fox. I absolutely adore the IP and always have ever since I played the Nintendo 64 uh, version. Here's the thing, though. What I've seen of the remake is a bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, kind of like with Assassin's Creed Black Flag, like in terms of like technical achievements and like how it visually looks and all that, amazing. Looks gorgeous. But then as soon as a character speaks, like opens its mouth or beak to uh pronounce words, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's oh god, no. Like that whole like I think I made a tweet about it actually. Like it seemed as though there's like no weight or like gravitas to any of like what they're actually saying, as though they're actually like reacting to what's going on around them. It's just kind of, I don't know, mild observations. Like the main one being like say Falco. Like on the very first level of the Nintendo 64 Star Fox, like one of the very first remarks that in the original Nintendo 64 version from Falco is like, "This is horrible." Yeah, and you could tell with like the way that he inflects his voice that it's like really affecting him, like how badly Corneria is being decimated by this fight, right?
Yeah.
In the remake, one thing, they replaced the line itself to be something else entirely. It's like, huh, and it like adds in this really almost like condescending kind of sound to his voice. I think what was it like? Huh, Andros has really wrecked the place, huh? Like, excuse me, like it's almost as though like you're replacing like a genuinely good line spoken as though he's like genuinely reacting to what's going on around him with like the observational equivalent of like fucking what's that like oh, well, that just happened, you know?
Yeah.
Like that kind of attitude. It's like, bro, like who listened to this and unironically thought it sounded good? Like, what are you doing? Oh man.
What?
But outside of that, the remake does actually look really good.
A lot of people are
Yeah.
bitching up a storm about the character designs. I thought Fox and Falco in particular look pretty good. Cat,
Yeah.
however,
Yeah, Cat is
looks
oh
like
boy.
a looks like you know the look when you get when you've been like a drug addicted prostitute forever. That's Cat. That's Cat in this game. Why?
Yeah, that is very much Cat, yeah. It's not- oh.
Why would you do that to her?
Yeah, it's like the original team, you know, the boys, like look pretty fucking good, but then you get to her, it's like, oh god, oh, like what street corner did they find you on? Like, oh boy,
The color scheme's completely different too. It does not
Yeah.
look like Cat.
no, no,
I don't know what they were thinking with that. It's just ugly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, really, that's honestly my main criticism of this new Star Fox game that's going to be releasing is literally just the voice acting. Everything else about it does actually look genuinely good.
Let's find out if skeletons can open doors. I don't remember if they could open doors in this one or not. I'm actually kind of excited for it, although I don't have a Switch 2, and they just raised the price of the Switch 2. Why is the modern... I know the answer to this question, but I ask rhetorically, why is the modern gaming industry like this?
Yeah. It's like some things I kind of get, right? Like, I suppose like AI being a thing, artificially increasing the price of RAM and like memory in general, and it's like, okay, I can kind of see that.
Yeah, which increases the price of like video cards and.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Like we're at the point where it's just increasing the price of fucking everything, and it's everything computer related. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sam Altman, you jackass.
But yeah, to the point where it's like the prices are increasing at the rate that they are consistently is like, yeah. It smells of profiteering to me, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
And I think we all knew it was going to happen with the Switch 2, because it happened with the PlayStation and Microsoft both. It was bound to.
Indeed. Yeah, indeed. But it's like...
you ever feel like you're being priced out of one of your hobbies?
Yeah. But it's like, it's eventually going to get to the point where it's like, okay, the price of like a console is like the entry point for like a sort of decent PC. Just get a fucking PC. It's eventually going to get to that point if we're being honest.
And it sucks because I like console gaming.
Oh, same.
I like PC gaming too. Obviously, I'm gaming on one right now, but
right, yeah. Yeah.
It's taking forever to kill this fuck with the spider. But hey, that helps a little bit. My destructive magic increased.
Neat.
You know what I want to see Night Dive remaster? Fucking Dark Forces 2. And Mysteries of Mysteries of the Sith.
Oh.
Great game, but boy does it need it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, especially the expansion. Like that is an absolute dog to get fucking running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's a kind of pseudo way of getting like the original game to run, which is fine, kinda, I guess.
Buy it on GOG?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, buy it on GOG, but then like even on GOG, the expansion to Dark Forces 2 is a bitch. Yeah. But yeah, like I would say up there with like some of the best Star Wars games ever made, and that says a lot.
Yeah, I would love to see that game get remastered. It'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, that like the story to that game should have been Force Awakens. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean,
or at the very least, like a spin-off story, kind of like a Rogue One was.
I got into a really. I mentioned this in your Twitter server the other day. I got a really stupid argument about Force about the Last Jedi and Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Oh, and yeah. I remember.
It was this guy posted about how good of a game Knights of the Old Republic 2 was, and I replied to it by saying it succeeded where The Last Jedi failed, and people were like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, is a successful deconstruction of Star Wars, where The Last Jedi feels like it's trying to deconstruct Star Wars and just comes from a place of spite and hatred for their source material and The Force Awakens both.
Mm-hmm.
Where KOTOR 2 feels like it has nothing but love and admiration for the source material, and it's better for it.
Exactly.
And then this guy comes up and he's arguing with me. He's like, but he's not arguing with anything that I actually said. He's like, but Kreia winds up being a bad guy in that game. So you're wrong. How does that make me wrong? How does that make me wrong? How is that even a response to what I said?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, when you're making a deconstruction that's more morally grey, then that does entertain the possibility of like what quote unquote the good guy turning out to be the bad guy. It's like, that's a pretty likely possibility in that kind of with that kind of approach to storytelling. Yeah.
I'm just gonna auto attempt and load until I get it.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
Yeah, I don't see how. And he kept insisting that he did respond to what I said. I was like, but I didn't say whether Kreia was right or wrong at all. And I didn't say I didn't say anything about being morally gray at all. So how is that a response to what I said?
Right. Yeah. It's, yeah. Oh, man.
Such a frustrating conversation to have.
Oh, indeed. Oh, indeed. Like, that, like, as much as I do, well, I have a love of what Star Wars used to be, if that makes sense. You know? Yeah. It's but and like I can talk about it for days and days and days, and like, you know, have done at least a couple of times on streams where, you know, we're talking quite at length about Star Wars.
Yeah, you and I have talked about it a lot in the past.
Yeah. But at the same time, talking about it openly, especially on Twitter, it's kind of a 50-50 as to whether or not, like, you'd have, like, a genuinely good conversation, or it just being an exercise in frustration. Yeah. It really does. You know, it's either one of those two a lot of the time. Yeah. It's like, I forget his name, and like I won't necessarily like harp on him too much, but like there is like this one guy on Twitter that I talked about at least semi-regularly with like Star Wars, or like a lot of the time about like, say, Disney in general.
Yeah. Is it that Clone Trooper guy? By any chance?
I forget exactly who. You know, and like I say, I won't, like, even if I could remember his name, I wouldn't necessarily mention him, you know, on streams that talk shit about him specifically. But, you know, because that's not my intention. But it seemed as though a lot of the time he was kind of missing the point of what it was I was trying to say a lot of the time. It's like, okay, like, I'm not necessarily hating on like the Disney Wars because it's Disney, right?
Yeah.
Like the company who, like, I suppose, like makes like the movie or the video games could literally be anyone from like the biggest company in the world to like an indie guy just starting out on his first day. It literally doesn't matter to me. What matters is like the quality of what they actually do, right? With the IP.
Yeah.
And like it's And I suppose, like, and he was coming at it from more of the perspective of, like, really liking the Disney Star Wars stuff and, like, liking what Disney has done to it. And it's like, well, sure, that's fine. Like, you can, I suppose, subjectively like what you like. Like, that's perfectly fine. You know, like, hell, there's some shit movies that I fucking adore, right? You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm aware of it enough to be honest about it and say, like, yeah, it is shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's like I appreciate, I suppose, like my integrity when it comes to that sort of shit. It's like, yeah, just being honest and upfront about it. You know, I like this thing, but I won't go so far as to say that this thing is good because I like it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's two Star Wars movies from Disney that I would say aren't complete trash. Only two, and those are The Force Awakens. As long as you divorce it from its god awful sequel, which is such a piss poor sequel to The Force Awakens to begin with, and Rogue One. Those are the only two where I'm like, okay, I can kind of defend that.
Right.
Even then, I'm not going to call them flawless, but, you know,
Right.
I thought The Force Awakens was well paced. It had good special effects. It had memorable characters. I remembered it walking out of the theater. I didn't feel angry walking out of the theater. That's a big one. Because I did with The Last Jedi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And like and that's been a thing relatively recently. Is like a lot of I suppose what are they called, like what's it called, like media literate types on Twitter, right? That's saying
media
like
literacy.
Oh yeah, indeed. But like you know, like, oh, you're too media illiterate to really appreciate what The Last Jedi was attempting to do. I'll have you know. It's like the amount of people that are in like the replies and quotes to, like quote tweets to him is literally like the amount of stories of like just like after that movie, like all of like the guys just like going to like the toilet to like, you know, take a piss or whatever. And one of them would just chime in and say, like, God damn, that was shit. And, like, every single person in the bathroom was just like, yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
It's like everyone was silent and just trying to, like, I suppose, absorb what it was that they just watched. Yeah. And it just took one guy to say, yeah, that was shit. And, like, yeah, it was. Everyone agreed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the mood after The Force Awakens released, before any of the other ones came out, was that it sucked. I don't remember it being I remember people saying it's too similar to A New Hope, but I don't remember people just flat out hating it. I don't think people flat out hated it until The Last Jedi came out and failed to be a fucking sequel to it.
Right, yeah. I think a lot of the... Well, not necessarily hate, but like the, I suppose, criticisms of The Force Awakens kind of happened retroactively after the fact, once people, I suppose, like, look back on it and try to, like, assess it, you know, as objectively as they could, you know? Yeah. And like I say, like, once The Last Jedi kind of left a very sour taste in people's mouth, like, it kind of... I suppose got a lot of people out of the, I suppose, mentality of like, oh, it's Star Wars, therefore it's good. You know, like actually like objectively assessing it as best as they can. You know.
I wish we could all at least agree that it's a better film than The Last Jedi. There's unironic.
Oh no, there's not even a contest.
Like,
right? Yeah,
which I don't understand, and some of their complaints make no sense. Oh, I'd love at least The Last Jedi tried something original. What What original thing did The Last Jedi do? Have we watched the same fucking film? Because The Last Jedi is Empire Strikes Back with its brains beaten out.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's kind of like it was trying to combine both Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi in the same movie, but with like zero appreciation for either of them. Like on the one hand, it's like, I suppose, like the base underlying idea of The Last Jedi, I'm like, okay, sure, that's kind of something, at least like the Star Wars movies didn't really delve into all that much of, like a
apart from Empire, yeah,
aside from Empire, like in terms of tone, but like in terms of, like, say, I suppose touching on the theme of like a fallen hero, essentially like going into kind of like Frank Herbert's kind of mentality about heroism is that whether a character is a hero or an anti-hero is where you stop the story, right? Like Frank Herbert being the writer for the Dune novels.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of represented with Paul Atreides, that whole aspect that he was looking into, is that if you only read the first novel, you're mostly reading Paul Atreides as a kind of a hero-ish character. It's only then when you continue on with the rest of the trilogy or like the rest of the series that you realize, oh, he's not actually as heroic or as much of a good guy as we were led to believe, right? I think, as regards to The Last Jedi, it seems as though we were kind of attempting to do something kind of similar with Luke Skywalker, which, like I say, that isn't really something that Star Wars has really done or tried to do beforehand, but it's almost as though, like, in their attempt to do that, they mistook, like, two things. One, they didn't really understand or appreciate Luke Skywalker as a character. And two, they didn't really understand or really know how to write the kind of story that Frank Herbert would do to put across that idea. Which then led to, like, essentially character assassinating Luke Skywalker in all of, of all the things you could do. Like, that was the worst thing you could do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like the more and more you think about The Last Jedi, and it's like, okay, there was kind of something there that you could potentially do, at least ideas-wise. But then you look into, like, how it was actually executed and what they did in the movie itself. It's like
a retard on crack.
Yeah, on every single level where you try to assess it, it is just shit from start to finish. Yep. It really is,
Yep. It is not a good film by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
But, like, people say, "Oh, it does something original," and you just look at it and like, okay, so you got it takes the Hoth battle and moves it, but aside from that, it's basically Empire.
Basically, yeah. And then, like, when they face down Snoke at the end, it's just like, oh, this is straight out of Return of the Jedi. I recognize this setup.
Speaking of stupid fucking decisions, why do you kill the main villain in the second act?
Right, yeah. Like, just, I
don't understand.
Yeah, nah. Nor me. It's like, if they wanted to execute the ideas they were trying to attempt with The Last Jedi, it had to be far better written than it actually was. and with an understanding and appreciation of the characters that they were adapting and the story that they were adapting, right?
Yeah. And don't kill the villain in the second act.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that.
That is the
or,
only...
or at the very least set up, or at the very least, like, set up another one so it doesn't leave you hanging with no villain. You know?
Yeah, which is the situation that J.J. Abrams found himself in with the third film. Was like, okay, so my main villain is dead. What do I do now? And that's how we got... Somehow Palpatine has returned.
Yeah.
Which, I have to give it to Ian Hammond. He was... Ian McDermott, that's it.
Yes.
He was the best part of the shitfest that is Rise of Skywalker. Even though his character should not be in Rise of Skywalker, watching him ham it up as the Emperor was still a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like just watching like an actor who is extraordinarily experienced for decades in Shakespearean theatre just ham it up from start to finish whenever he's on screen, and literally tearing all of the new actors a new one. It was glorious. It's like, yes, this is how acting is supposed to be done. Oh man.
Like, I will fully admit that he should not be in that fucking film, but God, every time he was on screen, it got a lot more fun to watch. I will give it that much. Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
And I'll also give it this. Luke acted more like the Luke we know and love in it.
Right, yeah.
He shouldn't be dead, but he still acted more like Luke with when he showed up as a Force ghost. It's like, okay, this is the Luke that I wanted in the previous fucking game. You should have played... you should have played Jedi Academy, seen what Master Luke is like in that, and gone from there.
Yes.
Good game.
Oh yeah, indeed. Very much so. Yeah.
And I genuinely like the scene. I'm not sure if it makes sense within the lore, but the scene where Han Solo shows up and speaks to his son. I think that is by far the best scene in the film. That's not saying much because the vast majority of the scenes are just trash, but...
Right, yeah. Although I think I mentioned this before, but like I think me, Blue and Arms, and another guy I don't think you've met yet is TC. We were in the process of doing a kind of movie review / podcast kind of thing for a while, and we thought for like our first project we'll watch the sequel trilogy, which was quite something. But when it got to that moment in particular, my reaction was rather legendary. Like, yeah, just like the sheer anger that came through on the mic was, oh boy. Like, granted, like I do like understand and appreciate like your point of view. It's like it is one of the better, I suppose, heartfelt moments of the movie. However, I think once you actually, I suppose, think about it, like from what it's attempting to do, is that okay? So it's not a Force ghost per se, because Han literally like can't project himself as a Force ghost in that way.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. And they specifically say that this is a memory. Like, right, okay. And it's essentially okay, so like a lot of memories are essentially like from fucking, why am I blanking on this fucking